Today I'm going to read Goldfingers, the story of King Midas. This appears in the Orchard Book of First Greek Myths. Gold, gold, shimmering, glimmering gold. Every night, King Midas went to bed thinking about gold. He had lots of it, all locked away in chests and hidden in secret places, so no one else could touch it. The king's daughter, a little princess with shiny black hair, was glad her father had so much gold. She just wished that he didn't have to count it every single day. Then perhaps he could spend some time with her. One day, the little princess disturbed King Midas in the middle of counting his treasure. Look, there she is, disturbing him. "Father, Father," she cried, pulling at his arm, "come and play in the garden with me."
"I'm sorry, my little princess," said the king. "Not just now. I must finish counting all my gold. 1 golden goblet, 2 golden cups."
You see, the king was very greedy. He wanted to have more gold than any other king in the whole world. When at last his gold had been counted and was safely hidden away, the king headed for the garden to find his daughter, still thinking how to get some more gold.
"Gold, gold, I need more gold,"
he was mumbling to himself when he met a satyr, a strange-looking creature who was half man and half goat. Look, there's a picture of King Midas and the satyr. "Can I pick an orange from one of your trees?" asked the satyr.
"Have as many as you like,"
said the king, who was still thinking about his gold. The satyr helped himself to some fruit. "You deserve a reward for your kindness," he said. "Tell me what you wish for most in the world, and I'll grant it for you."
Wondered the king. "Now, what do I want most?"
There was lots of things he could ask for. A pony for his little princess, a good harvest for the farmers, peace among his people. But finally his mind was made up.
"I want everything I touch to turn to gold,"
he said with a big smile on his face. "Are you sure?" asked the satyr.
"Oh, yes, Midas assured him. "At last I have more gold than any other king."
"Very well," said the satyr as he trotted off, chewing on an orange. "Your wish is granted." I think things are not going to go so well. King Midas looked at the trees and flowers around him.
"Can I really change everything to gold just by touching it?"
He picked a flower, and yes, it turned to solid gold. He tapped a snail on its shell, and that too turned to gold. The king ran indoors. He touched bowls and basins. He ran his fingers along curtains and cushions. Gold! 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 They all turned instantly to gold. King Midas could hardly believe it. He called for his servants. "Bring me some food," he ordered, "and the best wine in your cellar. I want to celebrate." Ha ha! Here he is, with his wine and with his food. What do you think's going to happen? Quickly, the servants laid the table and poured the king a goblet of wine. King Midas held it to his lips, but gold! The wine turned to solid gold the moment it touched his lips. "Meat!" he roared, putting down the goblet. A servant handed him a platter of partridges cooked in honey, but gold. King Midas threw them to the floor. "What have I done?" he sighed miserably. "I'll never be able to eat or drink again. I'll starve." Just then, the little princess came running in from the garden. She was about to give her father a big hug when "Stop! Don't touch me!" King Midas shouted. The princess looked sad. "Papa, why not? What have I done?" "Oh, my little princess, you've done nothing," cried the king. "It's me. I'm cursed. Everything I touch turns to gold." The little princess couldn't understand. "But you love gold." "Well, what could be better?" she said. King Midas shook his head. He was miserable. "You can't eat or drink gold, princess. You can't hug it. What am I going to do?" "If only we could find the person who put the curse on you," said the princess. "Perhaps he would take it away again." "That's it," said King Midas, and quickly he ran out of the palace, leaving a trail of golden footprints behind him. When he caught up with the satyr, he fell to his knees. Look, there he is, fallen to his knees. And he said to the satyr, "Please take back your gift," he begged. "I don't want it anymore." "You mean you don't want everything you touch to turn to gold after all?" said the satyr. "No," said the king, his head bowed in shame. Said the satyr thoughtfully. "I think you've learned a lesson. Go and wash in the river. It will cure you of your disease." Now the king ran as fast as he could to the river. He took off his clothes and dived into the water, but beneath him the sand turned to gold. King Midas scrubbed his hands over and over again. Then he picked up a shell, held it tightly in his hands, and it remained a shell. An ordinary shell. The golden touch had flowed out of him and away on the river. "Thank the gods," King Midas whispered. He dropped the shell and scooped water to his dry lips. How good it tasted. Midas drank and drank, and then he put on his clothes and hurried back to the palace. There he gave his little daughter the biggest hug he'd ever given her. "See, my little princess," he said. "Happily, some things are much more precious than gold."